Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So people, with the understanding that lighting matters, I had to redo this video. I will hide any ounce, like no makeup, no foundation, only lipstick. But if lighting helps, I'll do it. Oh my gosh, I totally fell today at school. I know, I was saying that the last thing I wanted to do was fall on the track, that it has gravel and it's going to hurt and I just don't want to fall. Some people are going to say, well, you manifested that because you were so focused on it happening. I assure you, I was not focused on falling at all. I was kicking in on that track. I wasn't even running. I was just speed walking at the time. And I was praying the rosary, and it was a sorrowful mystery. So Jesus is condemned to death, agony in the garden, discouraging, crowning of thorns, the whole thing. And I was talking to him about how sorry I was for his pain, and bam, I absolutely fell on the ground, put my hand out, of course. Filthy, just filthy. I mean, I think I skidded for like a couple feet. There was like a trail behind me. I was just lying there, not in shock, just thinking, are you fruiting me right now? Oh my gosh. So I literally rolled over on my back and I just laid there assessing my pain. And then I looked up and I just saw a sky of blue and clouds moving at just an amazing rate. And I literally laid there for like 3 to 5 minutes. No one was coming. I know that's a metaphor for life. No one was coming. And I finally had the courage to start getting up. And it is still effort for me to get up. You know what I mean? It's not so much the weight, and praise God I do exercise so I have more strength, but it was still very difficult for me to get up. And then I was like, I'm just going to go to the restroom. I have got to, cool my hands off, try and get some of this dirt off before class starts again. And then I was just like, screw it. I tried to walk. I got hurt. I'm out of here. But while I was in the restroom and remembering that it's the strength through exercise that will allow me to heal faster and protect me when my muscles need to be helping me, I dared to go back and I finished those 6 laps, which was fabulous. But I'm still feeling it. You know how inflamed your hands get, and my ankle is bruised, but I just know that eating right and exercising are my better chance for getting well. All right, we're in the middle of a happiness challenge. If you're just joining us, you're right on time to choose happiness and to spread some. But for those of you who've been here, it is day 16. You are supposed to look for something positive to say to everyone you speak to. And I told you in general, I greet everybody by saying, hi, great to see you, which they really appreciate. And then there were several people that I actually took a moment to inquire about, how are you doing? And listened for their response, right? Because it can be such a cheap question if you don't actually stay for the response. And I most certainly did. So for tomorrow, day 17, is practice an attitude of gratitude, of which I am very familiar, by actually listing the kind things that others have done for you, making an actual list. Why don't we try for 5? People are feeling really generous, try for 10. But actually make a list of kind things people have done for you. God would be on the top of my list. That guy has been hooking me up. I am so grateful. Oh my gosh, every time I turn around, he's interceded, and I love that. But certainly, there are many people in my life who are so kind, and I'm really grateful for that. So I can easily make that list. Let's try for it again. Go for 5. But if we can, let's go for 10. At the same time, I am in the middle of the Abstinence Checklist. This is the Strong Abstinence Checklist by Overeaters Anonymous. And I have been asking you guys to be my accountability partner while I've been actually going through this list and choosing to abstain. And my primary thing are my calories, which are 14 to 1600. After my calories is to ensure that my food is vegan. No animals are harmed in the making of my food. And after my food being vegan, ideally it is that it's raw vegan. And if I kind of keep in that, I'm in good form. And of course, using all of the support of the 12-step program, and all of the other lovely individuals that I call upon in just the whole community, online community. So I did finish my day, so I will go through that checklist. First of all, have I been abstinent today? Praise God, I have. Did I pray and meditate today? I did. Prior to the fall and after. Am I maintaining and working towards a healthy weight? Yes, I am. Did I rely on my higher power to help me stay abstinent? I did, because I will tell you, and I always reference the urge jar as well, and the monkey minds, and I will most certainly add some urges to my jar, because oh my goodness, I was so tempted at a few different times during my day. So it says, did I rely on my higher power? Yes. Is what I'm currently doing working for me to maintain abstinence? I will say yes, it is, because I'm able to give myself a sticker. I am absolutely adding these beautiful beads for my little inner child to help appease my monkey mind. The tribe did show up at one point today, probably twice. But honestly, I knew that I had to go to the bank, which is by a place that has several old haunts of mine that trigger me. So that kind of got my mind going. And then I was trying to figure out what to make for my husband. And then I was trying to justify if I could have that too, because I'm tired. I don't want to make anything, blah, blah, blah. I already had a plan, and I had already written down my food. Then after dinner, I was like, oh, well, I could probably go get a vegan dessert. Are you flipping kidding me? Full of chemicals and an absolute trigger. So that's why I happily give me those urges, because I made it to kitchen is closed, tea bar is open. And I made some lovely tea, which I'm completely enjoying. Licorice spice, one of my favorites. So yes, I did that. Am I having problems? Did I ask for help? I did actually. I did reach out absolutely today to say, hey, I'm having temptations and I want to make it home without acting on them. Have I made an OA call today? I'm going to say yes to that. Did I have an attitude of gratitude? Absolutely. Even though I fell, I was still so grateful. The whole thing, good thing it wasn't worse, like all of that, that I had the courage to continue to walk, like all of those things. Did I plan my food? I did. Have I helped someone else today? Yes. Did I have an action plan? Yes, I did. And do I have a sponsor? Not yet. But am I working the steps? I'm absolutely working the steps. Okay, so at the same time, this is also has writing exercises with it. And as I suggested, I was doing the 12 days of abstinence, like the 12 days of Christmas. And this is technically, it's day 12, but I skipped a day because I was on the road. So it's day 11, and it says, how does remaining abstinent improve the quality of my life? Such a good question. I'm still just getting clean again after realizing that I was in serious denial. Let's be fair, it ain't a river in Egypt, right? That I was in serious denial over how much I was compromising my food. And in waking up, of course, it's been difficult. There's tons of grace. I'll take all the grace, and I'm happy to be clean. But just like that overwhelming desire to say that I'm just thrilled with my, raw vegan fruit and vegetables and my incredible dressings and da-da-da, I still have that lingering. I still have that monkey mind. I still have that, well, we're not down the road that far to wellness, so we could still screw up and justify it, that whole thing. And praise God, one day at a time. That's how I've been doing it. What a difference. Pre-writing my food and one day at a time. Even today, when I started getting all crazy, I was like, I only have to make it through today. So how does remaining abstinent improve my life? Well, first of all, as I suggested, when I fell, knowing that I have been strengthening my body, knowing that I've been feeding it properly, I know that I had my best chance at healing sooner, depending on how much I hurt, because my body has all the nutrients and everything it needs to make that happen. But I will have to say, bar none, the most important thing for me is absolutely not allowing participating in food to lead to sin. And there's a ton of sins around that for me. When I am in the food, I am lying, I am hiding, I am misusing money, I'm like mentally abusive to myself. I'm short-tempered with others, like all those chemicals in me. It leads to an array of behaviors and actions, which I refer to as sin. I'm turning away from God's grace, misusing his funds when so many people are in need, abusing my temple, which is our body, right? So there's choosing to be abstinent. The other thing is it leads to tremendous insecurity, right? Because it becomes that thing of, well, I can't even control my food, so how do you expect me to blank, 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 right? And it's like, I get that. I totally get that. So I think it builds confidence to remain abstinent. Certainly being able to get up off that track. Literally, I was lying there thinking, is someone going to come help me? No one was coming. For me to physically get up and trust my body to do that. So the confidence of knowing that I have my best body, my strongest body, my healthiest body, which of course is in progress, but it's coming. And that builds confidence in other areas. When I don't let myself down again and again, I start to friend myself and trust the promises I make to myself. And all of that is around staying abstinent. One day at a time, sweet Jesus, right? All right, my people. As always, like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below how I may support you, especially with food issues, especially with prayer, and just in general. If I don't know the answer, I will find it. And until we talk again, my friends, one other side note, I had 62 kids today, virtually, 62 sixth graders. I held my own in terms of that being kind to everyone you greet. 93% I was able to stay kind. 7% I was over it. And I just mean that kids kept asking things that I had just addressed. And instead of being able to just simply answer and be glad that they dared to ask, I was like, oh no, you ask somebody else. But 93%, that's an A-. I'm all in. So until we talk again, my friends, let me know what you think in the comments below. And best of all, know that you are blessed.